It's time to check in on the crop markets with our crop marketing specialist, Dr. Kim Anderson. So Kim, what is going on in the crop markets right now?
Well, what the market's been talking about all week is the non-extension of the exports out of Ukraine. I think that's an important story. I think the market's already got that factored in there. Underlying that is Russia's been putting a lot of rockets and bombs into Odessa, and I think Russia is determined to stop wheat exports and exports out of Ukraine for a while. Another factor under there is Russia's got a tremendous amount of wheat it needs to sell in exports. I mean, they're looking at a 3.2 billion bushel crop. Their average is around 2.9. They're looking at increased carryover. Their projected exports are 1.7 plus billion bushels. Their average is around 1.2 or 1.3. They need to move a lot of product, and Ukraine competes with Russia for that wheat market, and I think they want to put a halt to that. I think you've got to look at what's going on in the war. Slowly, Ukraine is gaining territory that they've lost. They're being slow and deliberate, and it's going to last a while.
So what commodities does Ukraine export?
Well, everybody concentrates on the wheat exports, and wheat exports are important. They were the third largest exporter, or the fourth largest exporter of wheat. They're now the fifth. They were at around 9 or 10%. They're down to 5 now, maybe below that. But their big export is corn. They were the third largest exporter of corn at 15% of world corn exports. They're projected to be the fourth largest at 10. So corn's important. They also export sunflower meal and sunflower oil, and they do export some barley.
So let's shift on now to what the prices are looking like. So what is going on with wheat?
Well, of course, you've got higher wheat prices. We've seen a 45.50, maybe even up to a 60-cent price increase. I think it's from what's going on in Ukraine. Their wheat prices are in Oklahoma up over $8 again. If you're looking at forward contracted, the 24 crop, you're looking around $7.50 to $7.60.
So what's going on with corn and beans?
Corn. Now that was, I think, the surprise to some people, because they neglected to look at the corn exports out of Ukraine. We've seen a 65-cent increase in corn prices, going from up to around $5.25, maybe $5.30. They were down as low as $4.60 at one time. So you got higher prices there. And again, it goes back to that, what's going on in Ukraine. You got about $5.25 for your corn price right now. Now looking at soybeans, the war shouldn't have any impact on that. And the underlying factor is, you look back at the last 5 or 10 years, we've had a dramatic increase in diets and protein in the diets around the world. It's increased the demand for pork and beef to a certain degree. That takes protein feeds. Protein has been in limited supply, as we've seen in our soybean markets, and we've had a $1.25 increase in soybean prices over the last couple of weeks, up to about $13.25.
All righty, thanks, Kim. Dr. Kim Anderson, grain marketing specialist here at Oklahoma State University.